Welcome to another episode of Flash Wrestling Style. That's FWS for you. And on today's match, we have the Flash himself, as well as his sidekick, the Kid Flash, versus Captain Cold and Heatwave in an Extreme Rules Tornado Tag Match. That's right, everybody's going to be in the ring at the same time with weapons. I mean, of course, why wouldn't you have weapons? I mean, look at these two goons on the right here. I mean, their whole thing is weapons. I mean, it's kind of like Mirror Master. What would they be without their weapons? Nothing. But at the same time, that's the whole point. You want them to have their weapons. So come on, that's the whole tone of the show here, guys. Come on now. Have some fun. As we are in that New York. I'm going to pull a nostalgia break there. Sorry, guys. As up first, we have the Flash and Kid Flash themselves, the Speedsters. That's right. Now, who is Kid Flash? I hear you ask. I'm sure I didn't actually hear you ask that. It's part of the narration, you know. It's a little fun here. But anyway, who is the Kid Flash? You see, he was actually, according to him, he was actually a member of the Flash fan club. That's right. And his aunt actually knew the Flash. He won't tell us his aunt's name or how she knows Flash, or reveal too much about his identity. But basically, his aunt knew the Flash. She knew, oh, he's a member of the Flash fan club. Freddie Mercury, the Flash fan club. Well, I'll let him meet the Flash himself. And then he did. And the Flash, in a moment of explaining his origin story to the kid for a second, literally while he was explaining the origin, in the exact location of the origin of the Flash's lab, the origin itself happened again to Kid Flash. And now he's Kid Flash. Yeah, it's only a little contrived, As up next we have another of one of Flash's many enemies, the Captain Cold, aka, was it Len Snart? Len Snart, well, that's a very snarty name he's got there. As, well, he's got a very similar situation to a Mirror Master in that, one day well, it's not quite similar, well, it is in that he discovered a way to, he discovered his gimmick accidentally, and that in his case though, he was trying to create a nuclear gun or something like that, and he accidentally created a freeze gun. Based on that entirely, he decided to just have his gimmick be, I'm gonna freeze everything, I'm a cold guy. And, well, he's been committing crimes that way ever since. But, unlike Mirror Master though, whereas Mirror Master I would say is a straight up narcissist, Captain Cold, he's committing crimes for the same reason you and I are going to work every day. Also, nice super speed by Flash back there. He's just trying to get by. And whenever he saw guys like Mirror Master and the Flash going around, he was like, you know, I'll have some fun with it. I'll be Captain Cold. I'll be my own little character there. So yeah, he's made a full-on career out of that, and he's proud of it actually. So he's not too dissimilar from the Flash himself. They're kind of two sides of the same coin there in a way, although in much more subtle ways as opposed to certain other Flash villains. But we'll get to that guy some other day. As up next we have a much scarier villain here, Heatwave. Think Captain Cold, you know, blue-collar working man trying to get by. His thing just happens to be crimes. More psychotic, though. He discovered his love of fire one day because, he started an actual house fire in his childhood home. Rather than do anything about it or run away, he just sat in front of the house and just watched it burn. From that day forth, he was like, fire's just cool. Is he the Flash's Firefly? Maybe, but I think one key difference is that whereas Firefly is like more like, this fire's out of control, I want to burn the whole city. Firefly's Franz Ferdinand. Heatwave is just more like, yeah, I'm still just trying to get by, you know, whatever. I don't want to hurt anyone. But, okay, maybe he has hurt some people. I mean, the whole thing is, he's pyromaniac, but he doesn't just want to burn the whole city down or anything. He still wants to just get by. But also, yeah, fire's just really cool to him. Unnecessarily. Like, yeah, he's obsessed. Though, fun fact about Captain Cold, actually, he actually prefers not to kill people at all. Like, he's that hardcore about, like, dude, I just want a job. This is the best I can do. And you know what? I really like doing this. I mean, look at me. I'm trying to pin the Flash right now, and I failed miserably, but look, I'm wearing this costume. Just let me do my thing. That's Captain Cold for you. And he's even decided to take Heatwave here under his wing, because Heatwave decided to become a villain. Also, because he was inspired by Captain Cold. He was like, you know, his thing is ice, I like fire, I'm gonna make my thing fire. So he's kind of, so Heatwave himself is kind of like the guy he's fighting right now, Kid Flash, where, I mean, Kid Flash was kind of contrived by destiny, I guess, to get the same super speed, thus become a similar hero to his hero, the Flash, but he also clearly was already a fan in first place anyway, so it's not like it hindered any goals he had in life that much, you know? Kid Flash's case is he almost gets in a dirty pin by Captain Cold, but Captain Cold, you know, he fails and still gloats about it. Okay, so he got a little bit of ego himself, Captain Cold. It's just not as bad to the point of like Mirror Master, where he'll hypnotize, freeze you, and then he'll just to do that, just to glow at you. I'm talking more about the villains than Flash themselves. Look at Flash as he just does that move on Heat Wave. As we have seemed to have switched opponents here, Flash is going for a weapon. I wonder if he's going to go for the chair again. He wasn't able to get a weapon. He gets just punched right in the face by Heat Wave. And Heat Wave brings the heat. Yeah, I know. I'm funny. This Kid Flash goes right back in the ring and okay. Tell you what, this is actually going to bring up. This is not going to be just about the villains again, but this is another point from last episode. I just want to bring up about everybody in this arena right now, and it's that it does talk a little bit about the villains here. You see, one thing about Captain Cold and Heatwave you might not know is that they don't just freeze things and heat things up. They can create mirages too. You know how when you're in the middle of the desert and it's scorching hot, you see mirages. So, apparently, the same thing can happen with freezing temperatures. I did not know that. And, well, yeah, both of these gentlemen have done that to the Flash. The Flash has had to fight what he thought was a giant mosquito, stuff like that, but it was all mirage by Captain Cold. He's even done that to trick Flash into thinking he's seeing a mirage, but it's actually a real giant ice glacier he's about to run his ass into. Like, getting back to the thing from last episode with him and Mirror Master, Flash and all of his enemies, they never take the orthodox route with their powers. I mean, or at least, it's not always the solution. You got Flash phasing through walls and stuff because he can vibrate his cells at a fast rate. Freaking, again, the Mirages thing. This is why I think these gentlemen are made for a wrestling show here. Plus, I mean, look at the costumes, the gimmicks. I mean, come on, it's just... And now Flash has got the chair again, and wait, he didn't use the chair. Why didn't you use the chair on him? So quick to use the last, but I think Captain Cold froze him. That's what happened. See what I mean? Sometimes they really do just go straight up with their power. It's just like, oh, you know what? I'll just freeze you right now just to fuck you over. Now I got your chair. Boom! Hitting him with it. And what's this? Oh, Kid Flash going for a pin after using the sledgehammer too. The Speedsters win thanks to the Kid Flash using a sledgehammer on Heat Wave. And what did Captain Cold do? Walked around, waited for Heat Wave to kick out. Not a smart move by Captain Cold. I don't know why he even seemed so pissed off about that. I mean, it was kind of his own fault for not helping out. But anyway, the Speedsters have won. Thank you, Kid Flash. Yeah, I'll look at Kid Flash gloat over there. But Flash is like, okay, I'll get on the corner at least for you. Yeah, clearly Flash was a little resistant to really, like, you know, play it up for the audience there, but obviously he needed some support from Kid Flash there. I feel like Kid Flash has always had a bit more of the attention-seeking personality as opposed to his boss there. It's a little interesting contrast between these two. As we end on a very good match. Thank you for the rating, Rob Walker, not Doug. Doug never doesn't rate our shows. He doesn't know anything about good ratings. Rob, though, I don't know much about Rob, actually. It's just fun to have him be the critic of these matches. But what's going on over here? Oh, God dang it. What is this? Captain Cold is yelling at Heatwave, telling him that he sucked in the match. But Heatwave is yelling at Cold that he barely gave him any help. Oh, great. Security is having to take him away now. They're getting in a fight. Good job, guys. At least Kid Flash and Flash seem to find it funny. At least Kid Flash does. Alright, now Flash is laughing. Okay, now, like I said, took some effort there on Kid Flash's part. But anyway, whether you like it or not, that was the match. I've been your host, Super Zach Cucumber. And again, let me know what you think of this show. Again, feedback is always appreciated. You know, you never know. We might see season 2 edition. I want to get there. But anyway, we upload these matches every single Friday. FWS Fridays. There you go for you. Kind of like Friday Night Free Run. Yeah. Every other Friday you get a double feature. That's interesting. Well, when are we consistent with our schedule anymore, honestly? That's right, I need to look inward on that. Anyway, I've been Super Zach Cucumber, and y'all have a good day.